How you all doing? Everything I said yesterday is a thing today. So, big man is still sick. He finishes his antibiotics tomorrow, so he'll be due back in school on Thursday. Bless him, he's got a lot more colour in his face today. But, he's just spent most of the day loafing in bed. But he did ask if he could go to Nanny's tonight. Oh, probably for the best, because we got the youngest human into school and he was happy. And I don't know what happened between getting him to school and him coming out of school, because he was not particularly happy. But he couldn't tell us why. Whether or not he couldn't tell, like whether it was couldn't or wouldn't. But not in a good place. Tried to sit down and have a chat with him, and he was having basically none of it. You know, I said you can't not remember why you had a bad day if you can say you had a bad day, you know. And he just shut down. I was like, mate, if you can talk to us so we can understand why, because we don't understand why you feel upset. But we can't help you if we don't understand, you know. We don't know what happened, because when we ask him what happens, he's like, well, I don't know, I don't remember. It's like, oh, parenting. They don't come with manuals, but they do thin out the old hairline a bit. But I kind of get how he feels. He just seems to be on a bit of a low today. He was fine yesterday. He's been fine for a wee while. He's had a blip like once every week now for the last month or so, and it's a bit hectic, but we'll work on it. We're working on it. I don't know if maybe it's got something to do with the fact that he's going to be going to a new school in a couple of months. He'll be going up to secondary school, but because he was going to go to secondary school with his older brother, that was going to be one thing, but then his older brother changed schools from the secondary school that they were all both going to go to, and went to another one. Just, it was, neither of them like going to school, but kids just they don't like to open up much about school. So what did you do at school today? Work. Oh yeah, oh, cool. Anything in particular? Oh, maths, English, PE. Anything else? And off they go. They're teenagers, well before the teenagers. I mean, I haven't had a particularly great day myself, but for a really stupid reason. This is the thing. No matter how trivial a bad thing is, the bad things always stick in your mind, right? And mine's the video game challenge thing, right? I jumped into a game of Valorant, and I cocked up hardcore. I've had 3 of the worst games of that game in my damned life, and in one of them, it was catastrophically bad. So bad that I didn't realise I'd grabbed the spike. So in Valorant, it's kind of like defuse in Counter-Strike, where you have the bomb and you have the terrorist and the counter-terrorist, and the terrorists have to plant the bomb and guard the bomb until it blows up, and it's up to the counter-terrorists to protect the bomb sites, kind of thing, to stop the terrorists from being able to plant. Well, it's the same thing in Valorant, but it's called a spike. But the trouble is the buttons are all different, and so while I've been skipping around games, I jumped into Valorant, didn't realise I'd picked up the spike. I must have picked it up when one of my teammates died. And one of the players got really, really narky with me because I didn't realise I had the spike. Was literally just shouting at me over the mic, and I have in-game voice chat turned off, so people can't hear me talking, but I can hear them if they decide to shout or if they have any calls they want to make. And the dude was proper getting aggro, and then I forgot what button it was to plant spike. I pushed the button for Counter-Strike, which in Valorant is a move, because you've got moves mapped like C, Q, and E. E is to plant bomb. It's 4 in Valorant, and the dude flipped the fuck out. I mean, properly flipped the fuck out, and I actually did plant the spike, but within seconds of planting the spike, the enemy team got to us, killed us both, and that was one of those. I said sorry, you know, but fucking hell, basically him and the entire team then flipped into, we are going to talk shit about you the remainder of the match, and it's just one of those. You guys take this game way too seriously, but it was one of those, like, I had a bit of a 3D moment where I just got really bummed out. I was like, fucking hell, man, I'm just trying to sit down and have some fun, you know? There's always some fucking bellend that has to make it absolutely miserable. I had one redeeming match after, like my third match of the day was better. Not great, but it was better. Because I actually managed to get quite a few kills off. Not as many as I'd like, but I got quite a few kills in. But I really need to work on my aim. I've just been, today it's been one of those, I'm switched off and I'm just rushing everything like a Quake. Even in League and Dota today, I've just not been focused at all. It's completely brown bread. So I've got games night to do. I found that one of the servers is almost out of storage, and I desperately now need to get storage. But I need to get an 8 terabyte match drive to put in, and then do I extend or raid it, duplicate it? It's like, oh. It's one of those everything feels like a chore days. It's not an important, like it's not an exciting day or an eventful day or anything like that. It's just one of those what the fuck is going on days. You just want it to be cool and fun and relaxed, and it just isn't. But it's always, oddly enough, for the most part, other people that make life not fun. You know? Having to juggle everyone else's attitude is what kind of drains you, you know? You just have to really let things wash. Fuck, my wrists hurt. I am fucking old. My wrists hurt, my fingers hurt. And you know what? I never realised how jank. Well, I did to a degree, but I just didn't realise how bad I'd fucked up my wrists and that. Even holding this camera is fucking agony. Mouse movements, agony. I have this issue where if I play or do anything where I have to hold my hands in a certain position for like really any period of time, my hands will go heavy and numb, and you'll occasionally, like if it's a game, it's easier to say, like if I've got my resting position as WASD, yeah, so forward, left, right strafe and back, you can tell when I'm having issues because all of a sudden I'll be stood perfectly still and all of a sudden my character will strafe to the side because where I can't feel my fingers and I've dropped one of my fingers and it's actually pushing the button rather than resting on the button. And I do the same thing with my mouse hand as well. I'm occasionally double tapping or clicking when I'm not trying to. So when I say look after yourself, right, just it's more a case of once you break something it can get really bad, and it's only good once. Once you fuck it, it's hard to get things back to the way they were. Which really is a lesson for everything in life. Once you fuck something up, don't ever expect it to be the same again. But that went a bit, didn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna go in, sit with the wife, do game night, and then I don't know, I guess we're going to be playing more Demio. Find the battery charge for this camera. It's a burn a day. Don't be so serious. There's like really aggro, whiny players. Oh, and in League and Dota, as soon as you lose a tower, just watching people quit, just leaving the game, mental. We had the same thing in Valorant too. As soon as as soon as you lose a couple rounds, players just leave. What is wrong with people these days? Damn! It's all about the W. You're not having fun playing the game. You're only having fun when you're winning. The only time I get frustrated is if I'm like, oh shit, man, I get the groove, but there's clearly a trick that I'm missing here to make this work. There's something that I should be doing here, and I haven't figured it out yet, you know? But anyway, hope you guys are well. I'll see you all with good luck in the next one.